small haul today from CDJapan. I have already unboxed my items and unwrapped them, and they're right here. So with these books, I have 3 series represented of some extras that I found on CDJapan that I just really wanted to have. So the first one is from Snow White with the Red Hair. So the first one is the fan book. So I was really excited to get this one. Whenever I find out that a series I like has a fan book, I like to pick it up. So this one has some color pages. There's a lot of writing in this one, so it'll probably take quite some time to go through this and really get the most out of it. But I love when there are charts like this that show how everyone knows each other and their relationships with each other. So character profile pages. I just really love the art style of this series, the character designs. I think later in the fan book there's some sketches. Here they are. Some sketches that show kind of the clothing and accessory designs, which is one of my favorite things about this series. The Snow White with the Red Hair is an ongoing shoujo series that I have recently started collecting. I watched the anime and I'm looking forward to getting into the manga. I'm still missing 1 volume before I'm caught up to the current releases. So once I get that 1 volume, I'm just gonna start at the beginning and read through it. I did read a few volumes of the fan translations, but they were kind of bad quality. They were really blurry. So I'm just gonna start over and try to really enjoy reading through my physicals. But I'm really excited to have this one with all of the little extras. I'm gonna have to really take my time and go through this with my translator and try to take in all this extra information about the characters and about this world that they live in. So Snow White with the Red Hair. And then also from Snow White with the Red Hair, I ordered this special edition of volume 18 in Japanese, which has a variant cover. And it came with this little hardcover illustration booklet. So I'll put up on the screen what the regular English volume 18 cover looks like. But this one is beautiful. Of course, the spine is not anything special. Wow. That's so nice. But of course I'm not going to flip through this one because it's volume 18 and I don't want to accidentally see spoilers because I haven't gotten that far. I think the anime only covers through volume 8, so I'll be able to go through that one after a while once I catch up. But then the illustration booklet, or book, it's a nice little hardcover. Oh man, this is so nice, the quality of it. And of course, as soon as I got it, I already flipped through it. Yeah, this is just full of color illustrations of everyone. They're absolutely stunning. I'm really glad that this was brought to my attention because I started collecting the manga and I didn't know, I knew about the fan book, but I didn't know that there was a little art booklet. So as soon as I found out, I had to go and search for it. He's so cute. This is so nice. I feel like this kind of matches with the special edition cover, like the front and back 2-page spread of Zen in full color, and then this would be a good one of Obi if this was a cover wrapped around to the back cover. I say this every time, but I just love their clothing. Wow. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to do a full flip through for you guys. So this wasn't available new when I found it online. So I was able to order it through the proxy service through CDJapan. But then the one that they found was a new copy of it that was still wrapped, so I was really happy about that. We've got the gang here. Love them. It's a little illustration book. So I'm really happy to have these ones, and they'll be going into my collection with my English volumes. So glad that I could find these ones. Okay, and next I have 2 books from the series Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. So I have the comic anthology and the fan book. So I recently found out about these extras and wanted to find them right away because I do have the English manga in my collection of Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, and I recently was able to pick up all the volumes through the latest release. I've only read a little bit into volume 1, but it is a series that I know I'm gonna really enjoy. I have watched the anime and I loved it. It's so funny. And so I'm really looking forward to going through and reading all the content that goes past the anime. So I got the comic anthology. So the first time I got a comic anthology was for Wotakoi. I got the Wotakoi Love is Hard for Otaku comic anthology, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was going to be kind of like a fan book or a guidebook or something, but just as was the case with that one, it seems like comic anthologies are just like additional comics. There's a color page here. So I'm not really sure. I think I'll need to do more research about comic anthologies and find out like what they are and how they're different. If you know, feel free to leave a comment and then I can know as well. But so I got this one to go with my Nozaki-kun collection, and then also this one here. Of course, I'm always super happy whenever the extras I get have color pages. And these ones are on thicker pages, so they feel really nice. Oh, there are more than I thought. I'd kind of flipped through this a little bit before, right after unwrapping it. Okay, so then after the color pages, I have the character guide. I love this kind of stuff. Another little section. Some of the merch, maybe, that had been sold. I also like when in the extras, like in the fan books, they include some of the art that was featured in magazines or on magazine covers, so that if you don't go and buy that magazine, you can still appreciate the art from it and have that in your collection as well. But yeah, so Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, a couple little extra things so that when I go through and read that series, I can then break out my translator and try to get some of this extra content as well. And the last one is Life Lessons with Uramichi Oniisan. And so this is the Volume 6 Special Edition, which came with an illustration booklet. So I believe in Japan right now there are 8 volumes that have been released, and 3 of them had special editions with variant covers. So one thing I'm super jealous about the Japanese volumes is that I don't know if you can see it, across the covers, there's like a glitter, there we go, on his hair. kind of like glitter and stars on his face. But so the covers of the Japanese volumes are really nice and have that little extra feature, whereas in English we have the 2-in-1 omnibus volumes. But I do have the first 3 omnibuses, and I did see that the 4th omnibus is available for pre-order now, so looking forward to having that one. But so volume 6 is included in the 3rd English omnibus. But again, I did only pick this one up so that I could get the illustration booklet. So this one is pretty thin, but I don't mind. I like to have these little extras because I feel like little extra booklets are really special, especially whenever it's a series in my collection that I really like. So we have Uramichi here on the cover. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention on all of the variant covers of the special editions, like every regular cover, Uramichi is in his work mode where he's all happy and cheerful, and then the limited edition covers will have his true personality where he's done with it. So this is one of those 3. Okay, and then in the booklet, I'll go ahead and flip through this so that if you're maybe interested in picking one up, you can kind of get a little preview and see what will be included in it. So a bunch of color pages. Some little bonus illustrations. And some of the different costumes. And their formal wear. These kind of look like they'd be acrylic standees. Maybe they are. They're so nice. In traditional clothing. Together Police. It's a little bonus chapter. And there's that one. So this was just a little haul. I did make this order and then I had to wait on it because I think one of these Nozaki-kun books was on back order. So once it finally shipped, I was really happy. So now I have all of these ones to add to my collection. So I do have another order from Japan of booklets and extras coming from Bai, where I made some orders from Mercari Japan and Amazon Japan. So I'm wrapping up that order and I'll be consolidating it and shipping it soon. So when I get that delivery of more Japanese books and Japanese extras and art books and booklets, I'll make sure to share it with you guys. So I'll see you again soon in another video. My next one will probably actually be some kind of moving video because we're going to be moving soon to a new apartment and going to be upgrading shelves. I have 2 short shelves right now and I'm going to be switching to taller shelves, so probably share something like that. And then I do have a few English orders coming in soon, so I'll be sharing those ones as I get them. But that's all for today, just this little haul. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.